Anyway, that's how I felt. And so I had a hard time because I was like, does my mom feel the same way? Have I been disowned by my mother? Obviously, my sister and brother do not love me. And my mom has been telling me for the longest that, they really don't like you. And even when I was doing well and I had money and whatever I had, I would give to them. She was like, oh, and she was just being honest. She wasn't trying to be mean, but she wanted to let me know that the only reason they cared for me was because I had money. And I think the reason like it's so hard for me to respond now or to even face my mother is that I've always believed more loudness. um, I've always believed that I'm just gonna wait for our music outro to leave. Um, I don't understand it, but I always believe that I always believe that my mom to me is the most beautiful, most humble, intelligent, amazing, special woman in the world. And and maybe it's just because of her circumstance that made her that way, being in a foreign country with black children, being disowned by her parents, being ostracized by his parents, him having an alcohol problem. You can't help but to be humble in that situation. So maybe that's what created the humility in her. Um, but for her to do, to me, in my opinion, such an awesome job with the help of the community, with the help of my teachers in high school and grade school, for her to have done such an awesome job, to for this tragedy to happen. But I'm gonna continue because I'm low on time now. But anyways, just you know, it really kind of hurt me and bewildered me that a woman that's so amazing, so beautiful, so humble, so intelligent, so giving, so caring, so smart, um, so fashion forward, how this woman um, could have this happen in her life. And it's just, the way the world is. And, for her to do what I felt like, in my opinion, was such an awesome job in raising me, giving me um, the support that I needed to grow up, giving me nuggets of wisdom, words of wisdom to encourage my spirit, soul, and mind. For her to have, two other children that would even think, for me, being raised on cohesiveness, the spirit of, familial community, for her to have two other children that, could even feel that way, could even feel like, and these are her words, I don't know if they're true, but that they really didn't care for me or needed me. They only appreciated, the money when I had it. That that disturbs me. How can that be? How? And like she's maybe because it was she didn't raise them Korean style. She told me that there was a marked difference in the way that she raised us. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and like I said, I did have a drink at the holiday party, or two or three, and but that's not a norm for me. I was at a work Christmas party. I hadn't been to one of those in forever, so I wanted to fit in and enjoy myself. And hey, I had a sample of Moscato the other day at a grocery store, and I really didn't mind. I really didn't mind like having like a little glass of wine, and I had a good time. Um, necesita
No,
ayuda.
no, 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 mi amor, no. Tranquila, quédate, 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 quédate.
So,
Eres preciosa. ¿Te puedo tomar una foto ahí?
video.
¿Te puedo tomar una foto aquí?
No, yo no entiendo perfecto.
¿Te
Solo
puedo
un
tomar
poquito.
un spray?
No, 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 no quiero un foto. Yo hablo con mi cámara. Ajá, por mi familia en Virginia.
¿En Virginia?
Ajá,
¿Sí?
mi madre y los otros.
You living here only?
Ajá, yes. Yes. So, um, so so it really confused me, or was unsettling to me that she could have children that were actually that way, and like I said, the difference I think was um, because she said she raised American style, but in reality, I guess American style was that she wasn't strict with them. She let them do whatever they wanted to do. Whereas at 16 years old, if I was sneaking out of the window because my friends were going to a club in Norfolk and I wanted to go to, I mean, but I had no intention of doing the things that people say that people like that do. I just wanted to go dance and I wanted to get dressed up. But as a child, you don't realize what a child you are. You don't realize the dangers. Luckily for me, I never had a real problem like that. The only problem I had was I jumped out of the window. My mom caught me halfway in, halfway out, and I stepped on a piece of glass. So that was the biggest problem that I had. But she did a really good job. But the answer to how we could have become so different and raised so differently, like my mom said, she let the system raise my brother and my sister. In addition to that, she raised them quote unquote American style. Um, in addition to that, I don't know what made her change that. You know, And I think part of it is because maybe they thought that I was so straight and narrow, and the only thing that they got me was kind of outcast, So not really at that point. It was an outcast. I think after the legal situation, it was definitely an outcast experience. But prior to that, I think I was just on my own accord, doing my own thing, and that was, I had higher goals in mind. And so, in order to keep that level, I had to keep myself a certain way. Now, there were prejudices that were given. I need to go in, but there were prejudices that were given um, because after my parents' divorce, we were raised in the projects. There were prejudice that were given because we were biracial. You know, prejudice that were given because you know I didn't put emphasis on the things that people put emphasis on, the material things. But all in all, I think I pretty much had a decent level of respect, you know. But after the legal system situation, and part of this is my doing because I downed myself so much because I was like, oh my gosh, what? This situation was just crucial. And what happens is that when you start talking about this situation to other people, even though they might have good intentions or good thoughts about you, because you're bringing up something that is difficult for them to deal with, because nobody wants to believe that happens, you know. So they have to separate themselves for you and just assume, oh, you must be a loser. You're a loser. Something's wrong with you because because if they can relate to the situation that happened, that brings it closer to home for them. It means that they can go through the same travesty, and they don't want that. So those are the things, and I guess I will read the letter from my mom. I'm scared too because I don't know what kind of feelings it's gonna bring. But she drew me a picture. Y'all can't see it here. Maybe if I change the lighting, you can see. No, I don't think y'all can see it, but she drew me a picture, and she always draws a.
Dile a tu mami que está con tu novio aquí.
Huh?
Dile a tu mami que está con tu novio aquí.
¿Por qué? Tú dices que yo necesito un novio conmigo
Sí,
aquí.
sí, que está con tu novio aquí, dile.
¿Por qué?
Dile que soy yo.
No.
Para que me vea, para que me vea. Hola, suegra, ¿cómo está? How are you, suegra?
Muy bajo.
Muy bajo.
Es mi novio.
Eso, nos vamos a casar este año, ¿ok? Ok.
Ciao.
Yeah, okay, bye.
So, yeah, so this is that's not mi novio. No somos novios. But this is a picture of my family. My mom always puts us all together around the table. And I guess in this picture, it's more people. So it must be the nieces. So I'm seeing my mom, my sister. Oh, I forgot I have an extra nephew now. I forgot all about him. My mom, my sister, Ava, Maya, and Jaden. And so I guess there's a picture of Thanksgiving dinner. And she wrote it all in Korean. So I mean, I guess if I took some time, I could translate it, but I'm sure she also wrote it in English. Yay! So here's English. Um, she says, I don't understand it. Oh, she called me her pumpkin. She got my letter. She said she misses me. Oh, she said she was off 10 days. Is she working again? Oh my God. So, I don't know. And the thing about it, sad to me, is that I could have went home. You know, I could have went, but I was scared to go. I was scared. You know, I was really scared to go. So, I don't know. I mean, it's sad for me, you know, to have all those threats, and you know, I'm scared to go home. You know, I don't need any more pain or any more problems or any more hurt. I've had enough hurt in the past 10 years, you know. So this is a healing process that I have to go through. Um, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. And I love y'all. Bye. Oh, also purpose. The purpose of this is to outreach to maybe other people that are, you know, in the same situations where perhaps they've been disowned by family or separated from family. The further purpose of this is to educate, because I know that, you know, before I ever got into the situation with illegal and being court ordered to homeless places and things like that, that the perception that I hear from other people that I've never experienced is that, oh, these people have family somewhere, they just, you know, don't want to get in contact with them, they have mental issues, this type of thing. It's not that at all. You know, this is a system that's cleverly devised to separate people. And in addition to that, the stigmas that we place and the definitions of success that we hold in the society, or what's right or wrong, you know, has a big impact on how even family and your society as a whole, you know, interacts with you and perceives you. So that's something that I just want everybody to keep in mind. This is the end because I need to get out of here. I got stuff to do. So peace. I love y'all. Be blessed. And please, you know, if you can get something from this, do it. You know, even if it's not delivered in a way that is attractive or appealing to you. You know, I have on clothes, yay. But even if it's not delivered in a way that's attractive or appealing to you, try to dig deeper and find the message. You know, if you have to, if the visuals, or for some whatever reason, isn't something that you're accustomed to seeing in your private and personal world, you know, walk away from the screen and turn the volume up. You know, so just listen so that you can, you know, have a message that truly speaks to your heart. Anyways, be blessed. Have a great day.